Hi, Pastor Nathan Decker with your hashtag Better Together devotion for today. And today I'm thinking about Genesis, I'm thinking about Exodus, I'm thinking about John's Gospel, because what I'm thinking about is how God always initiates. That is a predominant theme within the Holy Scriptures. It is God who begins creation with the hovering of the Spirit over the waters of the deep and speaking, "Let there be light." It is God who begins the story of Exodus as God hears the people's cries and God chooses to go down and be with Moses in the burning flames of fire and says, you are going to be the one who's going to go to Pharaoh. You are going to be the one who calls Pharaoh to let my people go. It is God who begins all time from infinity and beyond. When God says, the Word became flesh and became among us. The Word was God. In the beginning was the Word. You see, this whole concept of God initiating, God beginning, is something that we carry into our faith theologically. Because as a United Methodist, I firmly believe in prevenient grace. This is the notion that everything begins with God. God is the one who initiates a relationship with me. It is God who begins a conversation with me. It's God who's seeking me out, God who's providing ways for me to experience salvation. It's what the Apostle Paul was writing about in the book of Romans when he calls the law, the Torah, the instructions, someone that was supposed to give us a ride and show us how to see the world, how to be the world, to teach us what was right and wrong, to teach us how to be with God. You see, God initiates in this prevenient grace. God is the one who makes the first move, and that teaches me about how I'm called to live out my faith. If God is initiating when it comes to care, I have to initiate care too. I don't need to sit back and wait and ponder, well, I wonder if anyone's going to call today who needs prayer. No. I need to be a disciple of Jesus Christ who initiates those conversations, who seeks out within the world. I'm very fond of going to a place and if especially if I'm alone, I'll go and try to meet with people. I'll go and try to begin a relationship with people. I was on a chat with Verizon about my bill, and within the chat, I tried to get to know the other person on the other side. It wasn't AI; it was actually a human being, and I tried to relate to them. I initiated. We are called to receive all that God gives us. And one of the things that God shows us by doing in God's own love is that God begins, God initiates God's prevenient grace. Today, I want to challenge you, no matter how shy you are, no matter how difficult it is, when you find yourself in an opportunity to make a new encounter with someone else, initiate. Go ahead, reach out. Reach out into the darkness and be the light to make the world better together.